Hey guys, it's OdaibaDiver here. So yesterday I put out a pull and early review video for Yuffie in War of the Visions JP. If you haven't checked out that video yet, I've went ahead and put the thumbnail for it on the upper right hand side of the screen. There should also be a link there on the upper right hand corner if you want to go and check that out later. But basically, because that video did pretty okay in terms of the number of people who were interested to watch it, so I thought today I would follow that up by doing another poll and early review video, this time for Sylvie, the brand new global original unit that just came out today in War of the Visions global version. So just like yesterday, we will be doing our polls for the unit, but on top of that, I'm going to also spend a bit of time to talk about the unit and what she can do in terms of her skills in main job and her sub jobs. But different from yesterday's video, I'm going to save the review portion of the video to later on because I feel that it's better this time to do the polls first. That way, if I manage to somehow get her early, then people can't just take a look at the length of the video and figure that out, you know, that I managed to get her early. So it's basically, I'm trying to do it in this order to avoid spoilers for those people. And okay, I guess before I start pulling, I should probably spend a bit of time to talk about my pull order this time. So after reading through all the banners, I feel like the best way to get Sylvie is really to just go all in on the featured new unit summon, because this is one of those banners that have a meter that go up in 5% after each 10x summon. And so if you do this a total of 20 times, you're guaranteed to receive Sylvie in the next 10 pull. And the rates on this banner are actually pretty solid. Of course, Sylvie being a cost 100 unit is at 0.4%, but you also have a good chance to, you know, get your hands on the other global exclusive units, or rather global first or global original units if you don't have them already. Personally, I still don't have Freya, so I'm hoping I can somehow get her in my pulls here today as well. And not only that, but this time around for the mock medals, for the mock shop, the medals you get, the global medals that you get for pulling on those banners, you can actually come over here and trade them in for this discounted 50 medal ticket that will give you 100 shards of any global exclusive unit of your choosing. And then there is another version which is 100 shards for 100 medals. So all in all, I calculated if I were to get down to pity, you know, using that banner, I will get Sylvie for sure, and then I will be able to spend all of my 210 medals total to get a total of 260 shards for Sylvie, which is going to really help me get my Sylvie to level 115 or even possibly level 120 pretty early on. So as you can see here, because I determined that I'm going to go all in on the featured new unit summon, I actually went ahead and bought the ticket pack as well. It's a really good deal if you're planning to, you know, go in on the banner here. And then basically what I'm going to do is I'll pull the first 6 pulls using tickets first, and then after that, I'm going to try my luck with this 80 select global unit My Spears guaranteed 10x summon. So this is actually a trap banner, and the reason why I call it a trap banner is because the drop rates for the units are actually pretty horrible. There's no rate up here. So for Sylvie, we are looking at 0.036% on this banner. So really, it doesn't make sense to pull on this banner at all unless you really want those 80 Mind Spears, in which case it's a okay value proposition, I think. So that's the order I'm going to go with today. I'm going to do my ticket pull first. Let's go ahead and check out the rates again. Again, my what I want to pull is Sylvie and Freya. These are the only 2 units I want. The rest I don't really care. So with that out of the way, let's jump into it and start pull number 1. Oh, and I had the thumbnail on the whole time. Let me just go ahead and turn that off then. Alright, so right off the bat is a It's not a good start to things for sure. I'm going to click through all the way for this 10 pool just in case the final shard there gets upgraded, and it does not. I feel like tonight is going to be a long night. Like, right off the bat, I'm kind of scared already. Like, what if I really do go all the way down to pity? Brown book. That's definitely not something you want to see. Oh boy. I think I'm going to go ahead and skip this because there's no way that I would get anything good from that. Sometimes in the banner they do actually upgrade the brown shards. I mean the bronze shard into a rainbow one. So there is always a chance that it could get upgraded to a UR unit. But more often rather than not, you don't really see that happening. Oh boy. I know it's only the start of my pulls and already I'm feeling a sense of dread. I wonder why that is. Okay, let's go into our 4th ticket pull. So far we didn't get anything useful at all. But the one thing I have to say about the global summons is that at the very least they made sure that, you know, all your pulls are units and there's no possibility of a vision coming out. If you guys watched my Yuffie video yesterday, you'll notice that when my meter is maxed at 100%, the result that I got was actually absolutely abysmal, because instead of getting a chance to get Yuffie, the guaranteed result, the guaranteed UR result, due to the meter getting max, it turned out that they gave me a UR vision card. So right from the beginning, as soon as I saw the golden book and the shard being a vision card shard, I just, you know, my heart just sank right away. So at least in global version, you know, there's no possibility. Oh man, it's the wrong unit. Oh, what? Whoa, is this? That's not exactly the result that I was hoping for, but this is pretty good. I'll take that. This is actually a pretty good pull, right? Freevia and UR Zazan in the same ticket. That's pretty solid. Now, if I can just get Sylvie in my next 10 pull, then, you know, that would be really great. That would be amazing. So please, come on, game, give it to me. Of course, it's not going to go that smoothly, right? Okay, let's click through it and see if the shard gets upgraded at the end of it all. By the way, sorry about the flickering effect. I upgraded my NVIDIA drivers earlier, and it didn't seem to have fixed the problem. So I'm going to take a look at what could be causing it. Possibly upgrade my version of BlueStacks. Yeah, but it's something I definitely plan on, you know, trying to fix. Maybe, I don't know if anyone else has this kind of problem before, but it's the first time I've kind of seen this thing happen, and I don't really know what I'm supposed to do, but I'll try and fix it. Anyway, so that's the 6 tickets that we've pulled. Next up, I'm going to go to the trap banner and just trying my luck. I want Sylvie Mind Spears. Freevia is kind of like for collection purposes only. I'm probably not going to build her, I think. Although, of course, I'm going to get all her free shots from the bingo banner. Okay, so it looks like we didn't get lucky and get anything good with this 80 Mind Spear pull. But that's okay, that's within our calculations, so it's not surprising at all. So now all this comes down to is how quickly I can get Sylvie, and if possible, I really don't want to hit the full pity on this. Okay, so let's go. I'm actually considering doing the paid 1000 vis pull for this, since it is after all 50% off, kinda. But I don't actually know if it's worth it or not. Okay, so this is our 7th 10 pull. If you are keeping track, this means that I have 70 global medals right now. We're still 130 away from the full PD. Oh man, a brown book. That's not what you want to see. That's definitely not something you want to see. I want to just skip this, but you know, as we've seen earlier, we somehow got lucky and received UR Frevia as well as UR Zazan. So anything could happen in these pulls, and I'm kind of scared to do a full skip on brown books because of that. Yet another brown book. I think this one we skip, right? See, I want to skip, but at the same time I'm also worried that, like, what if it's a Sylvie pull and then we don't get to see the beautiful animation for this beautiful unit. Of course, things won't go our way that easily. We do get Ramada, who is a beautiful unit, but it is not what we're trying to pull for. Next 10 pull. A silver book, and I'm hoping that shard, the final MR shard, gets upgraded. I'm hoping. Oh, it does. Could this be it? Ooh, what a miss. This is definitely tough. We're halfway there now, so oh no, are we really going to go all the way to Pili? Oh, gold book, finally. Finally some luck in our pulls. Well, I say finally some luck, but actually the one that we had earlier with Frevia and Urasaza, that one was actually pretty good. So let's get down to business. Let's see if this is the one we're looking for. Ay, ay, ay. Lucia. Lucia is a great unit, I think, but not what we were looking for. And speaking of Lucia, I just got my Lucia banner from the limited title arena run last week. That's probably going to be the title I'm going to use the most on my account until the next time they have a limited time arena title challenge again. Okay, seems like we don't get anything good in this 10 pull. Okay. Ooh. Feels bad, man. Feels really bad. 60% already. So if you're keeping count, that's 120 global medals. 80 more to go before we hit the full pity. Now I'm actually kind of regretting the 80 Mind Spear pull, because maybe I don't need so many shards, you know? Oh, another upgrade. Ah, wrong cost 100 unit. Like, if we are purely looking at the drop percentage of cost 100 units, so far my run has been pretty amazing. UR Zazan and now Dark Fina. I mean, normally one would be really thrilled, but I have them at level 120 already, so not exactly the result I'm hoping for. Next up. Okay, so it looks like this is going to be just a single MR shard. We got 2 shards upgraded in this 10 pull, but 3 shards, but they are not exactly what we are hoping for here. Eidolard. Okay, 70 out of 100. We're almost there. So all that talk about, doing the polls first so that people can't just look at the length of the video and get spoiled. In the end, you're not going to get spoiled anyway because we didn't pull him early. I mean, we didn't pull her early. Whoops. I should probably turn my notifications off. Let me just go ahead and do that real quick. By the way, in case you guys are wondering what's going on, that notification was just a Twitter notification, and for some reason it was for a tweet by Elon Musk. So I'll check that out later on. But all that hearsay about Twitter having only a week left because of all the major people no longer working there, I wonder how much of that is going to be true. If you're someone who uses Twitter a lot, now might be a time to get you and your friends to switch to Discord to make sure that you have a way to connect with one another in case something happens to Twitter. I've already spoke to some of my Japanese friends and got them over to Discord so that we can stay in contact regardless. But hopefully nothing bad happens to Twitter and we can use the platform as usual. Alright, 80% down. 4 more pulls to go. It looks like this is going to be a full pity, unfortunately. Unless, of course, if this UR shot over here can turn out to be our saving grace. Okay. Let's go. Okay. As expected, there's no upgrade on anything. It's down to this final UR shard. Oh no! Yet another cost 100 units. That is not Sylvie. I take back what I said about this banner. It's a horrible banner. It's a banner that gives you hope. A lot of hope. But every single time you get one of these pulls, when you manage to get a cost 100 unit, but it's not the one that you were hoping for, it somehow feels bad. It's kind of, I know it's kind of not very, doesn't really make sense if you think about it, but that's what I'm feeling right now. Okay, so next 10 pull. Oh, upgraded. Ay. Ouch, ouch, ouch. I thought I was feeling despair yesterday. I was not prepared for the despair today. I was not prepared for this result at all. Normally, I think my luck for pulling in global version is actually pretty good, but not this time, I guess. Well, at the very least, I guess this means that most likely I'm going to get her to level 120 sometime this week. And then we can do, I'll do another video for level 120 Sylvie and show you guys what she can do. Alright, so this is it. Unfortunately, this time, yep, I had to go all the way down to pity. But like I mentioned, at the very least, even if you do go all the way down to pity, with all the global medals that you get from this banner, you can at least go and trade them in for a bunch of shards to help you progress. So I guess that's better than nothing, I suppose. There you go. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video because I definitely didn't enjoy recording it. Oh boy. I think maybe next time I won't do a pull video ever again. Because I don't like the feeling I'm having right. Oh, what? Oh, this is the guaranteed slot, right? Okay. I was taken aback for a bit. I was surprised. But this is actually the guaranteed slot, so... Alright. Oh, did we get enough? No, it's nothing. Alright, so we're gonna take a bit of a breather, and in a few seconds you will see that I'm going to talk about Sylvie's skills and stuff using her listing on Rotive Calc. So see you guys in a bit. I'm going to cut the video here. And we're back. Through the power of jump cuts, we just went from pulling for Sylvie all the way to now when she's at level 120. So as it turns out, after I traded in all of my summon medals, the global medals into shards, and then after that I use some of my soul medals to get mind spears. It just happens that I have just enough to get her to level 120 on day 1, which is kind of rare, but I guess that's what happens when they're being extra generous and giving players a little more ways to get shards for the new unit. So later on I'm going to do some testing with her and see what kind of units will actually pair really well with Sylvie in a PvP setting. So probably tomorrow or the day after, probably tomorrow, I should be able to get a video out to show the build that I have, you know, that works the best for what I've tested so far. So definitely stay tuned to that. For now, we are going to talk a little bit about Sylvie's skills, on paper at least. To be honest, Sylvie is a unit that I'm not too sure what to make of. She is definitely not a straightforward character. A bit of, you need to, well, she definitely seems like someone that, you know, can do a lot of things, but I don't know exactly what are her best abilities yet. But for now, if we look at her skills on Rotive Calc, the one thing that stood out to me the most is her passive skill here, Marion's Blessing, which is an amazing passive that gives MAG up 24%, 40/attack resistance penetration, as well as 15 defense and spirit. So this passive probably you want to have on Sylvie the whole time. And then the other green passive that you usually want to put on will probably be Blade Soul Lore, which gives her 40 spirit penetration as well as a bunch of agility. And then if we go down here, if we take a look at her counter abilities, all of them seem pretty interesting, seem pretty good. But I think the one that I'm going to definitely test out the most is Prayer of Protection. This is a AoE healing counter ability. So the way it works is that every single time Sylvie gets hit, or rather when she's hit with a physical attack move, there is a 20% chance that this counter ability will activate, in which case everyone, all allies in this AoE range will receive some amount of healing. So I'm thinking if I pair Sylvie with a tank and have them, you know, go out into the battlefield side by side, such that whenever enemies attack my tank and do an AoE attack, Sylvie is caught up in the AoE attack and, you know, has a 1 in 5 chance to activate healing for herself in the tank. So I don't know how practical that will be, but it's definitely something I look forward to testing later today. And then for the main job moves, nothing really in particular seemed that good. She does have re-raise ability that also gives her shell for as long as re-raise is still on her. She does have an attack move that dispels re-raise on the target, and this is an AoE attack move. Other than that, for the most part, these moves are basically what you can expect from Runeblade attackers. It does seem like they have some pretty advanced properties like dispelling haste, dispelling a bunch of different buffs, and even lowering the defense penetration. But you know, the thing with this move, her level 120 move, which removes, or rather which reduces defense penetration on the target, it sounds really good on paper, but you know, in practice, how do you even begin to translate the amount of damage that, because if you lower someone like Cloud's defense penetration from 90 to 60, is that going to be something that is potentially game winning? That's something that I think we will have to test out on the battlefield to be able to feel and understand the value of this move. So far, looking at the main job skills, the one thing that I like the most is definitely her AoE buff, which is Prayer of Resolute Oath. This move will basically give 25 defense and 25 spirit to all allies in this AoE range. And on top of that, it will give all allies 100% defense debuff and spirit debuff resistance. So this is really good, and because it has such a decent AoE range, it's probably going to be something that she will end up using on turn 1, give everyone a bunch of defense and spirit, a bunch of, you know, tankiness, and I'm expecting this to be something that can help even evade teams. So that's something I'm looking forward to testing. As for her sub-jobs, Bunny Loving Knight has a pretty interesting Cure move. So what this move does is basically Cura, but it also gives a increase in MAG for 40%. So I don't know if this is good enough to run Bunny Loving Knight for. It probably isn't, especially because Crippling Strike, the other attack on this sub-job, is kinda not that useful. So I think most of the time people will want to run White Mage on Sylvie or Blade Soul if you want to have access to even more attack skills. Blade Soul is probably what you should try and run. And the thing is, Blade Soul and let's see her main job. So with her main job, she is this an attack skill? With her main job, only one attack is reflectable, so the rest of her normal skills are already pretty good as far as Runic Blade is concerned. But if you want to be able to easily deal with Ceres, FF6 Ceres, and you want to basically just try and, you know, do more damage and have access to a lot more attacking skills, then probably Blade Soul is something that you might want to consider running. But for me, I really see Sylvie mostly as a support unit and as a healer who can also tank a little bit and do some decent damage. She's kind of like a jack of all trades, right? So for me, I'll probably choose to run her in White Mage, but of course I'm going to test all of her different sub-jobs out and see if there's one in particular that would be the one that you want Sylvie to be on for the longest amount of time. So all in all, looking on all these things on paper, honestly, it's really difficult to tell how one should build Sylvie, like, you know, what is the best way to get, the best use out of her as a unit. Unfortunately, it will look like, this is something I will really need to test out. Like, just looking at this, I can't make head or tails. Of course, she's a pretty decent cost 100 unit that can do a lot of things, but right now, I would say she is about the same power level as Ibarra back then. I don't think she's as good as Starlight Eleanor or Esther, but again, this is only the first day, so, and also I haven't actually had a chance to try her out on the battlefield, so maybe after I learn more about how she works, I should be able to have a more accurate opinion of how Sylvie is as a unit. So definitely stay tuned to that. I think, like I said earlier, tomorrow is probably when I will be putting out a video to show you some tests I've done on Sylvie. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I have lots of other stuff that I'm making that you might want to check out as well. Later tonight, my level 140 mock battle video for Amethyst is coming out. And then tomorrow, like I said, Sylvie video, and then there's also going to be a Yuffie video as well. So yeah, that's all for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.